welcome back to the channel. Today I have a video about a fairly affordable pen and even a affordable vacuum filler at that. And it is the Majohn V1. It is a newer Majohn or Majohn. I never know how to say that. But anyway, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. And yeah, I'm excited. So let's go switch the shot. All right, here we have the box that the Majohn or Majohn comes in, and this is very reminiscent of a TWSBI box to me. Now, of course, it is just a cardboard box. It's a coffin-like cardboard box, but because I have this box right here, I was like, well, those are pretty similar. They're not the same size, but it reminded me of that. But yeah, it comes in a nice box, and it says Majohn, and like the scribble stuff is on there. It is pretty nice. I don't hate it. I would probably use this for storage, not for any, like, I wouldn't just put the pen back in there. But yeah, so open it up. There's like this bed for the pen. It's not really foam, it's like just cardboard. I was surprised by that. I thought they would like secure it more in a foam situation, but they didn't. There's a manual on how to fill a vacuum filler fountain pen. I've shown that on this channel a couple of times, and then here's the pen, and then that is just the box. There is like a elastic loop right there that you can use to secure it, but yeah. I have obviously already inked this pen up, and as you can see, it is a demonstrator, and you probably can't see that it is a vac filler, but you can unscrew this, this right here, and then you can vac fill it. Now, as you can tell, I unscrewed something else, and that is the cap. This cap is super long. It is basically the length of the pen. It's a very interesting design, I would say. Let's look at the clip right here. It is a tiny clip on a giant cap. It is extremely stiff. I don't think it's very usable, if I'm honest. Maybe you can break it in, but I'm not clipping that to anything anytime soon. But yeah, so no other like significant hardware on it because the cap is just this like length. There's no like cap band or ring or whatever. The piston or vac rod is operated by this knob, and I can't tell if it's plastic or metal. They made it look like metal. But it says Majohn, and then just Majohn, and it has those ridges. It does, like, it makes it look like metal, but it feels too light to be that, so I think it's just plastic. But it's a nice touch on a basically just stick of plastic. Uncapping, it's a screw cap. It's a very low screw cap, as you can see right there. You uncap it, and then you have a giant tube and a pen. Now, this is not a posting pen. As you can like tell, this is not gonna work. I wouldn't say it's necessary to post this pen. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of posting. I like to just keep them unposted. And for this pen, I think it's fine for most people because it is a fairly long pen. It is slightly off balance, I'm gonna say, because of this. So maybe that there's metal in here because of the vac mechanism. You can see the rod in there. I would say this is metal, but there is definitely some type of metal in there that makes it a little back heavy. It's not bad. I like writing with it, so I don't hate it. But yeah, it kind of, when I look at it like right now in the viewfinder, it does look a little silly. But anyway, so what I've experienced is that this is a really nice writer, so I can forgive that. This nib, it says Majohn. They might be in-house. Oh, it actually doesn't say Majohn. Oh, I've been reading it wrong. It says Moon Man. That's really funny. So this is a Moon Man nib. It looks to me like a Schmidt nib, but they might make in-house nibs. I do know that a lot of Moon Mans come with Schmidt nibs, so it might be Schmidt nib. I like Schmidt nibs, not everyone does. I enjoy them. So yeah, take that however you want, because I'm not sure if it's a Schmidt nib, but my suspicions are yes, Schmidt nib. There's a silver colored ring right here. Haven't tried unscrewing the grip section. I think it might be possible because there are threads, but since it's full of ink, I'm not doing that. I have a note to make about this nib. It is a gold toned nib and the hardware on this pen is silver colored, and I don't enjoy that. I know it's being picky, but it's just one of those things that doesn't look great to me. So I would prefer to put a different nib in here that is silver toned, chrome colored. So yeah, that's my main point of criticism. Now with vac fillers, for some you have to unscrew the back a little bit to let the ink flow to the actual nib. Not sure if that's the case with this one. It's been flowing really well, but there might be a cut off valve. So I don't mind keeping it a little bit open. It doesn't hurt anything, and you can even cap it with this bit open a little bit. Ink I've put in here is a trusty old favorite of mine. It's Diamine November Rain. It is a very nice green with some red sheen. Green with the red sheen. And this is so I've had it uncapped for a bit. You can't blame it for not writing right away. Majohn V1. And this nib, it says it's a Moonman nib. I still don't believe that. The size is unclear to me. I would say it's a fine, but it's not really the finest of fines. It's fine-ish. And I think that this is a Schmidt nib. And it is a very nicely wet. And you guys know that I like a wet nib. And that's probably one of the reasons why I'm really enjoying this. It's wet and it writes well. It doesn't really stop writing. I wouldn't say it's the smoothest of nibs. There feels like there's a little bit of drag, but I think that's also dependent on the paper. This is a Cosmo Air Light, a paper I love, but does feel funky with some of the nibs that I own. Yeah, it's wet. I just really enjoy using this nib, and I think it's mainly because of the wetness. I haven't done like super long writing sessions with this, so I wouldn't be able to talk about that in depth. I do think that because it is not a very heavy pen, you could do that. You could have like longer writing sessions with this. The main thing that I would say is kind of off-putting is how back heavy it is. But even that is not the worst. Let me give you a good representation of the color and make my fingers dirty. But that is the ink. It is Diamine November Rain. And I'm gonna try and show you the sheen. But yeah, funky pen, kind of gimmicky, but I don't mind it. It's a really nice pen to write with, partly because of that nib. The nib is just really nice. And yeah, if you want to have something funky and sort of unique, this is a good way to go. It's a really nice pen. A funny addition to a collection, I would say. Quickly try to get the sheen on there. Oh, there we go. That's some hot sheen. I love that ink, and this paper is just really good at showing sheen. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I really enjoyed filming it. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.